My prediction for real estate prices in the next 12 months is very different to the ones being published in mainstream media. While there are forecasts from the usual suspects, mostly economists with poor track records, that prices will fall 15 or 20%, my prediction is that property prices will rise in the next 12 months. For a long time now, there's been a serious disconnect between what's happening in real estate markets in Australia and what mainstream media says is happening in Australian real estate. And right now, that gap between media perceptions and reality is greater than ever before. My view very strongly is that now is a time of great opportunity for property investors in Australia. In many locations, the heat has come out of the market so that investors can buy with less competition and urgency, meaning there are prospects to buy at better prices than a year ago. At the same time, vacancies across Australia are the lowest ever recorded, and rents are rising faster than I've ever seen in my 4 decades of researching real estate. There's a serious shortage of homes in Australia, and all the projections suggest it will get worse before it gets better. And this means there's an accumulation of factors likely to create price growth in the near future and in the longer term. So this is a time of opportunity for investors who can tune out all that media white noise and think and act independently. Now here in short form are my top 10 reasons why I expect prices to rise in the best markets with growth credentials. Number 1, we have the greatest shortage of rental properties ever. Number 2, there's a shortage of listings of properties for sale. Number 3, developers are deferring major projects because of shortages and cost escalations. Number 4, the projections for the new home building industry suggest that Australia will build much fewer new dwellings than the nation needs in the next 2 years. Number 5, international borders are open again and migrants and overseas students are returning. Number 6, the federal government intends to lift the migrant intake to fill job vacancies. Number 7, there's a massive program of major infrastructure projects underway, with more in planning, generating economic activity and employment across Australia. Number 8, Australia will host 5 major global sporting events in the next 10 years, including a Commonwealth Games, 3 World Cups and an Olympic Games, enhancing that infrastructure spend and bringing a global focus to Australia. Number 9, there's still considerable government stimulus in the economy, including a boost to first home buyers in regional areas. And number 10, interest rates are rising, but they remain at low levels in historic terms. I think they'll come down again within 12 months. So for all those factors in play, I think it's nonsense to suggest that prices will collapse in Australia as the usual suspects are forecasting. I expect the opposite. I expect prices to rise.